This is a video that I shouldn't have to make, but the more I think about it, the more it might be a helpful tool. So, by the title, How to Talk to Blind People, might seem ridiculous, but the more I realize that there's people who don't have this skill set, and the fact that this is specifically a skill set, the more I realize that this does need to be talked about. So, we'll start with introductions. Now, for me, I have a little bit of usable vision, but I cannot recognize faces. I never have and never will recognize you just by looking at you if we pass each other on the street or see each other out in the community. So, introduction-wise, explaining who you are and what you do is really, really helpful. Hey, this is Nick. I am in the HR department. Nice to meet you. Or, hey, this is Kelly. I work in the cafeteria. You might see me at lunch. I work, serving food to the kids, so we'll see you probably for lunchtime. That way I know who you are, what you do, where I might find you, and what the context might be for me interacting with you in some way. Recognizing voices is something that comes with time, and sometimes someone has a really distinct voice, whether that's due to an accent or just, your timbre, your tone, and I can really pick up on right away, oh, there's Jerry. I hear Jerry from down the hall. And sometimes it takes weeks and weeks and weeks because you sound similar to other people, or just for whatever reason, it takes a while to pick up on who you are. So yes, I do personally recognize people by voice, but it takes quite a while. And so continuing over those next few interactions to remind me who you are. Hey man, it's Jerry. What's up? How you doing? And also, actually, that was a bad example because I need to get to my next point. But thus my proving that this is a skill set. So secondly, please tell me you're talking to me specifically, because if you're like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then someone behind me is also like, hey man, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, you weren't talking to me. I'm gonna leave now, right? It's like really awkward. So hey, Chris, how you doing? What's going on? This is Jerry. Long time no see. How's it going, right? Or again, including that. Hey, Chris, it's Nick from HR. What's up, man? How's it going, right? Because then I know, number one, you're talking to me. I can address you properly, because I don't ever want to come across that I'm ignoring you. So if you're like, hey, dude, and I'm like, and I don't know you're talking to me, you might be like, dang, that guy's a jerk. But I don't want that to happen. So please tell me you're talking to me. Huge one that I have to hit on here. Please, getting close to the camera for emphasis, announce yourself. Tell me you are in the room. Please tell me when you're leaving the room. Please. I say this because there are people at my job who don't do this, and it drives me up the wall, across the ceiling, and down the other side. All I'm asking is please announce yourself when you come into a room. Hey, it's Kat. I'm just coming in to, see how things are going. Like, hey, it's Ben. What's up, man? I'm just going to run over here and I got to go get some coffee, so I'll be back, right? Give me some indication that you are here, that you are leaving. I had a situation, I'm not going to name names, but I had a situation last summer where I was called in to have a conversation with one of my administrative staff, and a second staff was in the room who did not announce themselves. And I knew they were there only when we both got up and there were two other humans that left the room. And I was apparently a third person and not a second. That person did not announce themselves. They didn't tell me why they were there. When I found that out, I was so upset that I couldn't say anything. Because I was like, what? Everyone else could just see that you're in the room. I can't see that. You just essentially listened in on a conversation or were here for something, and I didn't know you were here for that. I feel really violated by the way that you just conducted yourself. So that's a really important one. Just announce yourself and announce when you're leaving. One of my staff is really, really good at, hey, I have to go upstairs, take care of this really quick. I will be right back. You have 8 kids in the room. Are you good in here? Do you want me to wait a minute? Or sometimes in those situations, I might say, actually, with the way the group is being today, can we swap? Is there something I can go grab for you, right? And we have this communication, but the only way we have the communication is if we speak to each other. The only way we speak to each other is if you let me know what your intentions are. So, kind of a recap. Let me know who you are. Let me know that you're talking to me, and announce yourself coming, going, entering, leaving, that sort of thing. It seems to me like common sense, but that's only because I need it. I depend on these types of skills. But as I continue working with more people in different contexts, it becomes apparent that this is a skill set that needs to be talked about. Thus, my video about how to talk to blind people. Now, last point, I am me. This is my perspective. I should have led with this, but I did not. I do not speak for every blind person. These are general guidelines. And if you have any tips, questions, comments, queries, theories, concerns, or anything else, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section down below. And I will see you soon. Peace.